Hey everybody, it's Adam from Trinity Life Church, and in today's video on how to share your faith during social isolation, we are going to cover the topic of, in word and in deed, share the love of Jesus. So here's the situation, right? It's easy for us to get into this mentality of bunkering down and holding out until this is over. The problem is we're starting to realize we don't know how long this is going to last. We don't know. And so we're going to have to, once we figure out our situation, come out and still in word and in deed share the love of Jesus, right? We want to be a community of care, of service, affection, communication, and so much more. Because here's the truth, people are struggling. You may be struggling. We all might be struggling. I may be struggling. But we still need to, and we're still called to share the love of Jesus in this time, in all circumstances. And so let's use this as an opportunity to love our city. So I got 3 points for us. Number one, we can still serve people by being generous, right? We can deliver groceries to immunocompromised people. We got one in our building that every time we go grocery shopping, we check in on them to see if we can do that. You can also sign up through a BLG to do grocery delivery in St. Jamestown. Tons of need. Sign up for that if you can. You can also, if you can't leave your house, you can ship stuff to people, right? If you hear about people who need groceries, get a grocery delivery service to drop stuff off at their house. You can also, if you hear about parents that are going wild and crazy because their kids are confined and it's an absolute mess, you can maybe ship them a new activity or something like that. You can also just call people up, ask them what they need. There's so many ways to continue to serve and still be generous during this time. So number two, you still have to speak about your faith, right? Evangelism is both in loving and in speaking about the reasons for our love. And so number one tip on that is be flippant and be joyful about your relationship with God and about what God is doing in your life right now. All right, when it just rolls off the tongue, we're just flippant, like, yes, this is what God is doing. It's so much more approachable. It doesn't seem to be like you're hiding something. You just get to be your natural self and express your relationship with God without any hindrances or barriers. When you let it just roll off the tongue flippantly, enjoy, because Jesus is your life, right? And I get that may be hard because we may be struggling. And that's where the scriptures and community has a lot to say on that. We've been doing our mental and emotional health devotional series. It has so much to teach us on exactly that topic about how can we still experience joy even through situations like this. Number two, this is one of my favorite things about speaking about my faith is brag on your church community. Brag on it. I know that you probably still have issues with your church wherever you are. In Trinity Life Church, I'm under no illusions that we are a perfect church, and I am certainly under no illusions that I am a perfect leader. I am not a perfect leader. We are not a perfect church, by far from it. And but here's the thing. There's so many amazing things people are doing to love so well. And one of my favorite things to do around people who don't believe is brag about how awesome our church is. So go ahead and do it. Did someone do something to love you well or love someone that you know well? Brag about it. Just talk about it and just share it out there. Not annoyingly, not in your face, but just kind of off the cuff, be like, wow, you know what something is that's really cool that my church is doing? We're delivering groceries to people in St. Jamestown. You know what people are doing for my friends who lost their job? A whole bunch of people at my church are sacrificing and helping them pay rent next month. It's as easy as that. Number 3, be honest and genuine about your own experience, right? If we're going to speak about our faith, it can't be fake. It can't be under a veneer of untruth. It can't be unapproachable. It has to be real. It has to be yours. And so don't be ashamed of what you're really experiencing and going through and how God is interacting with you in that. Number 3, serving and speaking about your faith. So serving in love and speaking in love are both a part of the deal. Okay, it's a package deal. So, because this is what happens, right? If we speak about our faith without loving with our actions, we see hypocrisy emerge. If we speak without serving, we see hypocrisy, or at least the world could see hypocrisy, right? And number 2, if we serve without speaking, you may see spiritual apathy emerge. Just get apathetic towards the spiritual things. As long as I'm a good person, everything's okay, right? And we've heard those statements all around. And so that can't be the church, right? We have to both speak and serve in love, because the two hand in hand together produce a glowing witness of love and grace to the watching world. So guys, that's it for today. If you have any tips about in word and deed showing the love of Jesus to your community, put them in the comments. Share this around with your friends so we can all get better at doing this. We'd love to all learn. There's so much more on this topic than what I covered today. So let's learn together by using the comments section below. Thank you so much, guys. Again, my name was Adam. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow in our next video on how to share your faith during social isolation.